How's it going, everyone? John here, and welcome back to another stream discussion video. Today I want to talk about how you can avoid or how you can handle toxic chat. We all have been there before where we get a bunch of trolls that come in, and there's a few things you can do to try to either turn the tide a little bit, or you just have things set in place that just nip it right in the butt very quickly. So first thing, what you can try to do is, explain to these people, like, hey, we're not all about that. Try to tone it down. Basically, you're giving them a warning, but you're doing it in a polite way. You're just being like, hey, we don't do that. That's not how we run our channel. Please, avoid or stop using that type of language, or that wasn't very nice and stuff like that. Now, if it's really extreme, you guys can definitely go ahead and ban them, time them out, whatever. So that kind of brings me to the next thing. So if they continuously do things, or if it's just really bad, you can set a timeout. And you can do this by right-clicking on their name, I think, or left-clicking on their name. It's probably a left-click. And when you do that, it's going to give you a list of different options. And you can set a timeout for them. It could be anywhere between, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, however long you want it to be. And if they're still giving you issues, then it's very simple. You just ban them. Just get them out of there, and you will run into some occasional trolls that will go and recreate another account. They'll come back, and they'll just keep on going and going and going. This is where moderators come into play. Having at least 1 or 2 moderators in your stream at all times is very important, because you don't want to be constantly fighting with your chat. You don't want to constantly be handling that. Your job, or at least objective, is to entertain the rest of the community. And, if you're not focused on whatever it is you're doing, whether it's art, gaming, whatever the case may be, then, it kind of puts people off who are trying to enjoy the stream. And I'm pretty sure they most of the time will understand, you're trying to keep the chat clean and everything like that. You're trying to, be the boss, the man with all the hats, or the female with all the hats. So it definitely can become pretty stressful, and, sometimes people will leave. It does happen. But when you have moderators, I tell my moderators, you guys have full reign. You guys decide, if you want to time them out or ban them. I don't care. They're there for a reason, and they do their job very well. So if you trust your moderators just as much as I do, and you want to give them that full control, go for it. If you want to set rules for them, you can do that too. But the main thing is, your moderators are there to handle chat. You're there to do your stream and entertain everybody else. That's basically it. The other thing too is you can set up filters in your bots. Now there's, I know on Twitch you have a bot, and you also have one over on Mixer. They're bots that will kind of have their own type of criteria that you can set up manually. And if, depending on the level of what you want to be filtered out, will filter stuff out of chat. Nobody will see it but you. And even then you can be like, hey, so-and-so, I saw that message. It's not cool, dude. Don't do it again. If they do it again, then you can be like, can I have a mod go and time out so-and-so? And if they still do it afterwards, then you can be like, hey, can I have a mod ban so-and-so? And then they'll go and do that. If there's no mods there, you can do it yourself, just like how I explained. Left click, find their name, left click, and do everything you need to do that way. Now, you can also set up filters in your own individual bot, whether it's Scorp bot, Night bot, any other bot you guys use. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But you can set up certain filters, and those filters can have different words, and you can find a list online of all the, bad words and stuff like that. And you can just throw the file directly into the bot. So whenever stuff like the N word or, the MF word and stuff like that comes up, and you don't want those things to come up, then, those will instantly be filtered out, and nobody will see it and stuff like that. So it's just nice to be able to have that. So that's one way. Actually, that's a few ways to handle your toxic chat. The other thing is just being straightforward with them. Sometimes you have to be firm with these guys that come into these chats, and they're just keyboard warriors trying to get you to get all riled up and trying to get something out of you. And you just gotta simply be like, look, don't come into my chat doing X, Y, Z. We're here to have a good time. You're obviously not giving, 2 squats of, what you're obviously doing. So, you're causing, this and that, blah, 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 whatever the situation is. And you just basically tell them, look, this is your final warning. Do it again. You're gone. You just got to be firm with these guys. And, if they keep coming back with different accounts, you just got to keep banning them. I know it sucks. It does, because there's definitely times when we do that. But with all those other things in place, you got your chat filter, you got moderators, you got your own actual bot on your platform that you stream, all those things in place, it shouldn't be too bad. It should be pretty manageable. And most of the time people do get the hint, but you do find a few of those, a-holes out there that like to try to have fun by getting you all riled up. But just keep your cool, handle it as best as you can, and just kind of take it one step at a time. But these are some things that I would definitely recommend for new streamers to implement, is to have a chat bot, having a filter system set up, and at least having one mod with you, whether it's your best friend, like a brother, sister, cousin, whoever that can actually be there. But I think that should at least get you guys started and put you in a good spot. But let me know what you guys do whenever there's a toxic person in your chat. How do you guys handle it? Let me know inside the comment section below. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to go ahead and take a look around. I do a lot of different videos that teach you guys about streaming. And if you guys have any questions, you can let me know in the comments or reach me on other networks and stuff like that, which you'll find in the video description below. And I appreciate you guys hanging out, listening to me ramble. And hopefully you found this information pretty helpful. But I'll see you guys in a future video. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.